BP officials wanted to give us an up-close look at where the oil spill response effort stands 2 years later. So from Lakefront Airport, we climbed to 700 feet and spent nearly 2 hours in the air, flying to Grand Isle and getting an aerial look at many of the oil-affected areas in between.
So we'll get a great opportunity as we come down the east side of the delta to take a look at the areas that had lesser impact, but particularly were a challenge.
The middle ground of Pasalutra remains an area of oil concentration. 30 acres were affected by oil in Pasalutra, but it's a 1-acre area that can't be touched. BP has deemed the marsh too delicate, saying disturbing the roots could destroy the marsh. The view from the air gives you one perspective of the lingering damage of the Gulf oil spill 2 years later. But once you're down on the water, up close and personal to the lingering smell of the oil spill, it gives you an entirely different perspective. The oil-stained and matted marsh is impossible to miss. BP says it's still waiting for approval to clean up this part of Bay Jimmy. No raking or cutting has been done here. In another part of Bay Jimmy, damage is still visible, but there is also new life. Cane poles identify the original edge of the marsh and how far inward oil originally penetrated. Within those confines, much of the marsh has regenerated.
Real progress being made, but real challenges continuing to be faced, and there is real places in which oil still exists from the Deepwater Horizon event in these marshes.
And BP says there are areas that still look worse than this, but while the beleaguered oil giant admits its failures and acknowledges the public beating it has taken, it also points to successes over the past 2 years. BP says it has spent $14 billion and paid $8.3 billion in claims. It has also budgeted another $7.8 billion for potential settlement costs. And from a high of nearly 50,000 cleanup workers at the height of the spill, BP now says between 800 and 1,000 people are still working the response.
It's been 2 years, we're still here, we're still cleaning, and we will continue to clean until we've met those standards.
On your side, near Grand Isle, Scott Walker, WDSU News.
Meantime,